February releases. Let's see which ones are actually worth your time. Let's get started. The highly anticipated Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is set to launch on February 4th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series. The sequel picks up where the first game left off, continuing the story of Henry, a blacksmith's son caught in the turmoil of 15th century Bohemia. The developers have doubled the game world's size, adding new locations like Bohemian Paradise and the historically significant city of Kutna Hora. Players can expect 80 to 100 hours of gameplay in the main story, with additional quests expanding the experience. Gameplay remains focused on realism, sticking to a first-person perspective and detailed historical accuracy. New features include crossbows, early firearms, and mounted combat mechanics, offering more variety in battles. Pre-orders come with an extra quest called the Lion Crest, and the game will be available in standard, gold, and collector's editions. For fans of the first game, it looks like a bigger, more polished continuation of the same grounded approach to medieval role-playing.
Face the unknown. Navigate savage.
Rogue Waters, a tactical roguelite game from Ice Code Games, is heading to consoles on February 4th. The game first launched on PC in late 2024 and is now making its way to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch. Players step into the boots of Captain Cutter, an immortal pirate seeking revenge in a procedurally generated world that changes with every playthrough. The gameplay blends naval combat and grid-based tactical battles during shipboarding sequences. Players manage their crew, upgrade their ship, and recruit new allies while facing off against enemy vessels and legendary sea creatures like the Kraken. With its mix of strategy and unpredictability, the game promises plenty of challenges for fans of turn-based combat. Civilization VII is set to release on February 11th for PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. This new installment offers a fresh approach by allowing players to choose leaders and civilizations separately, creating unique combinations. The game's era system has been streamlined into 3 stages: Antiquity, Exploration, and Modern Ages, making progression more focused. One notable addition is Tecumseh, a leader of the Shawnee tribe, developed in collaboration with tribal representatives for accuracy. The gameplay retains its strategic depth with adjustments to better suit newer platforms like the Switch. The game will be available through Steam and the Epic Games Store for PC players. Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on February 14th for PC, PS5, Xbox Series. Set in 16th century Japan during the Sengoku period, the game introduces 2 protagonists, Naoi, a shinobi, and Yasuke, an African samurai. Players can switch between the two, each offering distinct abilities. The map includes regions like Kyoto, Osaka, Kobe, and the Iga province, with a scale similar to Assassin's Creed Origins. The gameplay combines non-linear missions with new mechanics like dynamic lighting, seasonal changes, and a grappling hook for parkour. Seasons directly impact the environment, such as frozen lakes in winter and blooming landscapes in spring. Players can also build a spy network, using it to gather intelligence and plan approaches to missions. The open world encourages multiple strategies, giving players more freedom in how they complete objectives. Tomb Raider 4-6 Remastered is set to release on February 14th for PC and both current and previous generation consoles. The collection includes remastered versions of Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation, Chronicles, and The Angel of Darkness. Players can switch between updated and original graphics during gameplay, with enhancements like modernized controls, a photo mode, and other quality-of-life improvements. The remasters keep the core gameplay intact, including exploration, puzzle solving, and combat from a third-person perspective. Iconic locations like Cairo, Rome, and Paris return, along with Lara Croft's signature abilities like climbing, running, and dual pistol shooting. The updated visuals and controls aim to make these classics more accessible while preserving the experience for longtime fans.
Sent here to the living.
Avowed launches on February 18th for PC and Xbox Series. The game is set in Eora, the same world as Pillars of Eternity, and follows an envoy from the Ader Empire investigating a mysterious plague called the Dream Scourge in the Living Lands. The story focuses on exploration and uncovering the cause of the plague while interacting with various factions and NPCs. Gameplay offers both first-person and third-person perspectives, blending magic, melee combat, and firearms. Players can use spells to freeze or trap enemies, combine attacks with weapons, and upgrade their abilities through skill trees. The game features large, open zones to explore, rather than a fully open world. Companions with unique combat skills and personalities can join the player, though romance options are not included. Lost Records Bloom and Rage launches in 2 parts, with Tape 1 arriving on February 18th and Tape 2 following on March 18th. The story unfolds in Velvet Cove, Michigan, focusing on 4 estranged friends who reunite decades after a traumatic summer in 1995. Players navigate dual timelines, exploring the bond that once held the group together and the fallout that drove them apart. Gameplay revolves around choice-driven dialogue and exploration. You'll play as one character, piecing together the story through conversations, environment details, and a camcorder mechanic that lets you record key events. Choices shape interactions and outcomes, keeping the narrative flexible. The game will be available for PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii lands on February 21st, bringing Goro Majima into a new role as a pirate captain. Stranded near Hawaii with no memory, Majima leads his crew on a hunt for treasure, exploring locations like Rich Island, Madlantis, and Honolulu. The story combines a mix of combat, exploration, and naval battles while uncovering Majima's lost past. Gameplay shifts back to beat-em-up mechanics with 2 fighting styles, Mad Dog for speed and Sea Dog, which integrates cutlasses and pirate tools. Players can build and upgrade their ship, the Goromaru, and engage in real-time naval battles, including boarding enemy vessels. Minigames return, with classics like Karaoke and Dragon Kart alongside new features, such as Masaru's Love Journey, and retro Sega arcade games like Poseidon Wars 3D. The game will be available on PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series. Era 1 launches into early access on February 20th, exclusively for PC via Steam. The game is set in a future where Earth's resources are exhausted, and humanity is forced to seek new frontiers in space. Players step into the role of Alia Descharges, exploring themes of survival and the search for a sustainable future beyond the solar system. Gameplay combines base building, resource management, and tactical space battles. Players can design and customize starships and space stations with modular components, tailoring their approach to exploration, trade, or combat. The game includes both single-player and multiplayer modes, with co-op and PvP options for up to 10 players. As an early access title, Era 1 is expected to evolve with regular updates based on player feedback. Kaiserpunk is dropping on February 27th for PC. This upcoming strategy game blends city building with grand strategy, letting players create and control a city-state in an alternate 20th century setting. You'll handle everything from constructing buildings and managing production chains to dealing with logistics and military expansion. The game boasts over 100 regions to conquer and offers a mix of land, sea, and air combat, with technology evolving as your city grows. Beyond city management, Kaiserpunk dives into diplomacy and resource trading, giving players room to forge alliances or dominate through military might. The choices you make will shape your city's economy and impact your citizens directly. With a focus on balancing production, supply chains, and strategy, it's about smart planning and tactical decisions rather than flashy gimmicks. If managing resources and leading armies sounds like your thing, this one might be worth checking out. Monster Hunter Wilds launches on February 28th for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. The game takes players to the Forbidden Lands, an open-world setting with diverse biomes, dynamic weather, and a day-night cycle that changes how monsters behave. Players take on the role of a hunter searching for a missing expedition party, while using all 14 weapon types from past games, now featuring new moves. The Slinger tool is back with added functionality, and a new mount, the Secret, allows for faster travel and dual weapon carrying during hunts. Plus. The game supports 4-player co-op and includes AI-controlled support for solo play. An open beta ran in late 2024, letting players try hunts and character creation, with progress carrying over to the full game. Pre-orders are available in Standard, Deluxe, and Premium Deluxe editions, each offering in-game bonuses. There's even an option to replace spider-like creatures with neutral designs for players with arachnophobia. And that's it. If anything caught your eye, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.